If you saw our van tour video, you will have seen how our sink does not work. It is way too small. We can't fit our frying pan in it. Whenever we try and wash our plates, water just goes absolutely everywhere and it's a complete nightmare. So we've bought a new sink and that is today's job. So first I need to remove everything that is going to be getting in my way. Now that everything is off, I'm just going to take out all of our plumbing bits and bobs, just to make a bit more space for me working underneath the counter and for me to sort of test fit the sink as well, because our sink is the actual bowl. This is it here. The actual bowl of the sink is 39.5-ish, almost 40 centimeters across, and the gap that we have to put it in is about 39. So there is a chance that this actually will not fit and we're gonna have to buy a new sink, but we're going to test it first and see. So let me get all the plumbing stuff out and then we can test fit it.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Our pipes are frozen. Oh, our pipes are frozen. It's the first time it's happened this year, so we need to figure that out. I'm gonna try and hairdryer them. Should work. So this is what our foot pump looks like right now. Frozen. So I've got the heater on full blast. The thing is that when ice thaws, it expands. So I can already see there's a little bit of warping going on in one of our pipes, which is not good. It is all working again, and it seems to be that we have not split any pipes. I can't see any leaking coming from anywhere. Thank goodness. So yeah, I mean that was on us. We saw that it was going to be -6 degrees overnight last night, and I don't know why it didn't clock in my head to empty the pipes, but whatever. It's done, and I've thawed them and there seems to be no damage done. So on to what we were doing. Oh, Liz!
What?
It's gonna fit!
What?
It's gonna fit!
The sink?
Yeah!
Is it?
Yeah! So I'm now just going to remove the little attachment that we've got that actually holds the pipe to the tap. I'm just going to remove that. Now we have disconnected this hose, so now when I cut the chunk out of the worktop, I'll be able to lift it all off and nothing will get snagged. So the first step of putting in this sink is to figure out the position that it's going to end up in on your worktop. And for us, that's quite an important thing because we have such a tiny margin of error. So we need to make sure that the rest of the sink is in the correct place so that the bowl sits perfectly flush within the tiny space that it has. So I'm just currently trying to figure out how best to do that. And I think what I'm going to do is get a drill and actually drill up from underneath, if you can kind of see. So we know that this sink is going to come right to here and right to here. So I think I'm going to get a drill and drill out where these supports are so that I can see exactly where the supports are on the top bench here. So I think from there I'll be able to figure out where the rest of the sink needs to be placed. So let me go get the drill. It's unbelievably tiring on your arms, I swear. It's a proper workout. Get some leverage going. God, I'm exhausted. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're through. We made it through. Sweet. I was like bloody roasting, I tell you. Right, okay. We've made it through on this side. Sweet, I'm just gonna whack it through a little bit more so that I've got like the full hole rather than just like the pokey bit. BRB. Alright, so now we've got one hole here, which corresponds to the location underneath there. So I know that the far left of that hole is where the leftmost side of the basin has to meet up with. So now I'm going to do the same on the other side. So annoyingly, the actual shelf that our drawers, there's the drawer, that our drawers sit on is slightly proud of this support beam up here. So I actually can't get the drill in to make that completely straight. So it's going to end up coming up at an angle, and then it's going to throw me off where the sink is supposed to sit. So I'm not going to bother doing that one, and I'm just going to go off of the one that I've done on the left hand side. I don't know, I can pray, I guess. The instructions say that you want to decide where your sink's going to go, draw round it. So I'm going to do that just now. Okay, so measurement wise, that looks like it's right. I'm just looking for a bubble. Measurement wise, that looks right. If you don't have a bubble, you can always use a mask. Right, let's do some panning. So we have our sink general shape. So the next thing to do is to measure 13 millimeters in from your outer sink space. And you do this because you don't want to cut a hole that is actually the size of the sink, otherwise when you put the sink on it's just going to fall straight through the hole. So you leave a little bit of a gap. God, it's probably snowing. I think we're going to go sledging in a bit. Fucking sick. So I'm just going to go around and put in a little marker at 13 mils. Okay, I think I did the first one wrong. I did the first one wrong. We're off to a good start here. Sometimes you overthink things. Sometimes you know what 13 mil is, but then when you're doing it on camera, it's like, oh my god, I can't count. What even is a ruler? You know what I mean? We should now have a outward sink actual size line, and now we've got our 1.3 centimeter smaller cut lines. Right, oh good god, that means the next step is cutting. Right, what can we do to procrastinate so we don't have to cut right now, because that's the scariest part. Yep, so cutting is step 3 of 10. So just need to take a deep breath and do it. I just need to do it. It's only step 3. We've got a fucking long way to go from here. But this is definitely the scariest part. So, okay, pray for me. I can't bring myself to do it. It's definitely right. It is definitely right. Lewis just came back from a run and he's very snowy. So we're now going to go have some lunch and go sledging. So we're going to take a quick hiatus from sinking. Morning. So I did actually end up taking like a day and a half off to go and play in the snow because it's not going to stick around. I think today's the last day that we're going to have some snow. So we went skiing, we went sledging, we built snowmen. We did tons of stuff yesterday and the day before. But now that I've well and truly wasted a few days, I'm back. Yep. Another blade down. I am a danger to jigsaw blades. Jigsaw blades are not a danger to me. There we go. Oh shit. Oh. I've just realised I've damaged Lewis's paintwork. Uh-oh. That was with the jigsaw. Shit. Don't tell him. I'll repaint it, you'll never know. Yeah, anyway, yeah, this fucking circular hole that we did pales in comparison to this giant hole that we are now cutting. Scary, but no time to waste, let's continue. Sweet, we have a hole. Let's fit. Right, moment of truth. Does this fit? Oh, it fits.
Nice.
So now we've cut out the chunk for the sink. So we're just going to give everything a clean, try and get rid of all this dust before we move on to the next step. Alrighty, so yesterday we got finished up with cutting the hole and cleaning up all the dust. There is dust on absolutely everything now, which is I should have maybe considered that before I started cutting, but it's fine. I'm just going to hoover every day for the next month. It's fine. So now we get to do the most satisfying thing in the whole entire world. Righty, so we have the sink set in and all ready to just get tightened up. They've got these little screws, I'll be able to see, that I was installing a minute ago, that you just pull down over what you're attaching it to and then screw it in. Fuck! Oh no! Righty, we're back at it again. So this is the third day now that we've been working on it. Yesterday we finished by just installing it to this point and getting some sealant around it until we ran out of sealant. So today I've run into town and got some more. So I'm just going to finish off sealing it and then we can start fitting all the plumbing back together. So yesterday we made a decision that we were going to put the tap in the middle of the sink, and now that we've got it in there, it doesn't really work the way that we hoped that it would. It kind of doesn't come far enough into the sink, so we're going to redo the hole and we're going to put it actually like through the metal, but then obviously that leaves us a massive hole in our countertop. So we're going to just hide it with something. I think we're gonna make like a soap holder, or yeah.
Done.
We'll just cover it with a horse bust.
Just a candle,
or
maybe.
Candle, maybe.
Maybe that would be nice.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Perfect.
Easy.
Perfect. So we're now gonna go into town and we're gonna see what we can what we can find that we can cover this hole with. Wish us luck. So we've now drilled a hole for our tap to go through, and the tap fits in just lovely. Lewis is prepping some epoxy. Hey Lewis, can I see that face of yours? Hey. Wow, that is nice. It's really gross. So we now have our tap epoxied and sealed into the hole that we've made. And you can see here the hole that we initially made, which is now plugged with some sealant and a 20p. So now there's a hole, and now there isn't a hole. So I'm just going to install this little tray now. This is our fully finished sink. It took a little bit longer than we expected, and we definitely made a few mistakes, but we've got really cute animal plant pots now that hide those mistakes, so it all worked out for the best. It's so easy now to clean the frying pan, and we have so much space to do our dishes and to store things, so now we don't have to do dishes immediately as well, which is another great bonus. Yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it.
2 thumbs up. It's great.
Our new sink refit came to £73.20 in total. So we were £35 for the entire sink unit, £10 for the new plumbing. This whole thing was £26, so for the case, the holders and the plants and everything. The tap was obviously repurposed from our last sink. The sealant was £2 for the bottle. The 20p was for a new little nut that went on the other side of the tap. So yeah. It's pretty good, like it's like 35-ish pounds each for our whole new sink, and I think that's money well spent. I think that's everything, so I hope you have enjoyed watching us struggle to put in the new sink, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. Bye!